Hey, friends. I thought I was live. Hey, y'all. Welcome to Clock In with Lynn. I am your host, Lynn Williams, and I am so happy to be here. I'm so excited about our show, y'all. Y'all like my feathers, child. I'm trying to let me get my feathers up. I'm light as a feather, child, light as a feather. But listen, y'all. I am super excited about my guest today. Let me just take a deep breath. Because when I'm very excited, I'm a little, I'm over the top. So I'm trying to just calm down and be relaxed. But my girl is here, so I'm very, very excited. Y'all, we're talking about the feeling of healing. We're talking about marriage. We're just talking about just womanhood, all the things that we all need to get better at. Because these ladies, including myself, we always need to be healing in a healing process at all times. So I'm very excited to talk to her. And I know y'all gonna be so excited as well. So make sure that you hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribed to Clock In with Lynn. Make sure you share, send it to a friend, send it to your colleagues, send it to your cousin, your aunties, all of that, child. Because I need your help in, the more likes and shares and all of those things that you do, that helps me help you, y'all. Okay. So thank you again for everyone that has been supporting, everyone that has subscribed to my channel. I so appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much. But listen, let's get to the show, y'all. So y'all, she's a wife. She's an entrepreneur. She's an author. She's a therapist. She's a transformational healer and life coach. She earned her master's in social work at USC, University of Southern California, y'all. And she is a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta. Okay. So, friends, help me welcome my girl, Ariel Wilson,
Hey! I'm so excited.
I am so excited for you to be here. You look beautiful. Oh my
Thank
God,
you. I feel
honey.
so blessed. I feel blessed to be in your space, girl. I'm ready. I'll be clocked in with Lynn, so I'm
I love it.
excited.
I love it. I love it.
Girl.
Love it. So y'all, we are in accountability group together. I love this young woman. She's so wonderful. She's powerful. She's everything. She's beauty and brains, honey. She's all of that.
One more
Yes.
time for the people in the back.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. So tell the people just a little bit about yourself. I know I just did my thing with that, but where are you from? Where'd you grow up? All that good stuff.
Okay. So, I'm a California native, born and raised, IE baby. So those who know, you know. And I went to Cal State Fullerton. After Cal State Fullerton, I worked in crisis residential for suicidal and homicidal youth. From there, I decided that I could be doing so much more with my life. So I
Okay.
went to USC and got a master's in social work. And that's really when I was able to tap into my spiritual healing journey, and realize the power of healing. And I want y'all to know there is no better feeling than the feeling of healing.
Oh,
Okay. So, I've been working in the field almost a decade now, and I've opened a 30-bed mental health facility. I am now like serving as a primary clinician because, I just made a year in marriage. Thank you, Jesus.
girl. I can't wait to talk about that.
Girl, yes. So as I was the clinical director, but I stepped down so that I could focus in on me and my marriage. Thank you, Jesus. Girl, yes. And then just really focusing in on writing my book, the feeling of healing. It should be out come 2025. So look for it, y'all. And just working on empowering others, focusing on shifting our perspective, embracing our personal power, and living a life of purpose.
Mm, I love it. I love it. I love it. So yes, you talked about your hubby. So how did you guys meet, honey?
Okay, so um, For those who don't know, my husband is a Kappa, and I met him on the campus of Cal State Fullerton.
So you got
So exactly, he's my yard. And his organization was working on some community service, and I was all for community service. I was looking for a way to give back to the community. I just moved to Orange County, and I was like, okay, how am I going to get into the groove of things? And of course, him and his frat brothers were on campus advertising community service. And we chopped it up at a few community service events, and then from there we dated about a year or so, but we had to take a break.
okay.
We took a break. We took a break. We took a break for about 2 years. And yeah, but if you love something, you let it go.
I love that.
Yes. So in the midst of those 2 years, I was living my life, developing who I was as a woman and an individual. And then about 2 years later, he came back into my life. And it's so funny because he came back into my life and I was like, you keep on coming back. Like you're supposed to be like a prayer warrior or somebody. I'm like, you're supposed to be something in my life. I don't know what you're supposed to be, but you're supposed to be something. And then we started to, hang out and date. He has slid into my DMs on Snapchat. And that was a wrap. No, I'm just kidding.
I love it. So speaking of your husband, I just want to show guys, because you guys, like, the way you guys look together, just a power couple. So just for a second, I just got to show this for one. Yes, honey, that's black love. That's a real black love, honey. The king and the queen, honey. I love
Yes.
all of that. And I love how you said, like, you guys did the break and then he came back. So y'all already probably knew that y'all were soulmates already. And then just the fact that y'all were able to take that break and get y'all mind right and then come back just, and commit, that's
Yes.
cool. Like
That's the biggest part is come back and commit.
Mhm.
Because in the beginning it was like smiles and honeymoon, and I don't think that we were truly ready to commit fully, like to be 100%, to give yourself to somebody. I think at that point he was hurting, he was broken from another relationship, and I was fresh off the streets.
Love it.
And if you know, you know, right?
So when did you know though? When did you realize that he was the one? When he came back, or did you like?
I'm gonna say that I definitely knew he was the one. Uh, this is terrible to say. I would say I knew at 18 years old. I knew at 18 years old when we first started hanging out, talking, dating.
Okay.
And to be honest, I was in a couple different relationships between the first time that we talked and the second time that we talked. And only one other person had ever come close to giving me the feelings that he gave me, right? And that one other person, I don't know if he could have been my Mr. Right, but I wasn't even open or ready. My mind was fixated on my husband that I currently have. So I just at that point was not ready or prepared to receive the love that, I needed. So
I love
it's a
it.
blessing.
Nigerian, right?
Yes, my husband is Nigerian.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Yes, he's from Delta State, Yoruba. So it's yes. So my man is cultured.
Yeah, my
He's
ex.
from what?
No, I said my ex-husband was Nigerian, so I'm like,
Oh
yeah,
yes, girl. So you already know. If you
yeah,
know, you know. Get you an African.
yeah. Yeah. So, did you always believe in love, or did you think that, like, how do you feel about love?
Okay, so that's a really great question because I think that I've always believed in love. I think love at the beginning of my life, I feel like I believed in it in like the fairy tale type of love. Like, oh my gosh, you're gonna be
I'll have.
whisked away and you're gonna have your knight in shining armor.
Mhm.
Now, my definition of love is very different.
Okay.
Like, love is being connected to another human being, being willing to show up as a partner, having that emotional intimacy, as well as that sexual chemistry, and then being able to fulfill, having somebody be the icing to your cake.
Mm. Come on, ice
Yes.
skate.
Yes, because baby, I'm fully cooked. I'm fully cooked. But with him on top, it tastes a lot better. Okay.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Now you mentioned that he came from something broken, like he a heartbreak or whatever before
Hmm.
we got together. So what do you think there's some is in your opinion, what do you think there's some things that you can do and heal after being hurt by someone and before you go into another relationship? Like being hurt from a previous relationship before
Hmm.
new relationship. What are some things or steps that you recommend that people should do?
Oh, I think you first have to step back and have some moments of silence and reflection because we have to reflect on what was how did we perceive that hurt?
Good.
Also, how did we respond to that hurt? Because a lot of us, we build up like maladaptive behaviors. That's when that toxicity creeps in.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, girl. So being able to just step back, like, what could I learn from that situation? Like, how did I contribute to the end of that relationship? Because it takes two to tango.
Ooh.
And even if your slice of the pie is just a little one, we still take accountability because we participated.
Mhm. Mhm.
So my biggest thing is, ooh, got a little loud. Um, my biggest thing is recognizing that in order to heal, we have to be able to practice mindfulness. What are our feelings? What are our thoughts? And how did we behave in regards to those feelings and thoughts? And so really just trying to learn. And like I said before, I learned from my previous relationships, like I learned that I needed to be protected. I learned that I wanted to be provided for, and I learned that I needed to be cherished above all. And like I said, that one other person that came close to what I got now really showed me that. And my husband has like blown that out the water and showed up in so many ways. Makes me feel like I tell people all the time, I'm like, I can go anywhere with a Siri because I know he got me. I don't like we in the hood, we in Beverly Hills. I can go anywhere with my man because he's
Oh,
got me. Yes. And
that's
I like to think I'm his Beyonce. So
ah, love that.
that part.
Oh my goodness. So that's beautiful. I just love to see that and hear that. I just love black love as well. So
Yes.
to you, what is black love to you?
Mm. I think Black love is so unique and powerful. Just because the struggle that Black women go through and the struggle that Black men go through, it takes so much resilience and mindfulness and patience, and just like empathy to be able to support each other on these journeys. As we rise, we have to rise together. And I
Mm,
think who better to support, a Black man than a Black woman? And I have I mean, I'm a product of, some biracial. So I believe in all love, but I definitely think that Black love hits different. It's
mhm.
something different to know, like, the struggles that our people have been through and just to value us is really powerful in my mind. But like I said, one of my best friends is in an interracial marriage, and it is one of the most beautiful marriages that I've ever seen. Um, but, I say all that to say, I don't think you can ever replace Black love.
Yeah. And yeah, I have a sister that's married to, she's in a beautiful interracial relationship. And I think the only reason I really like think about it is because I feel like we just lack in all races. I feel like we are behind when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to loving on each other. So I think that I try to really like love is love. I don't know who I'm gonna end up with. He might be purple, green. I don't know. Love is love, and I love
That
love.
part.
But I know.
No, I think it is something different to be valued and to be seen by one of our own, because so often,
Totally.
um, you
Come
know, so often we're overlooked,
on, over.
and so to be able to stand beside a strong Black king, who also wants to stand beside me, it makes me excited. I can't deny the feeling, but also I'm gonna say, like you said, love is love. I've dated all types of races, yellow, brown, black, orange, purple. Yes.
I love
So,
who loves me.
girl, that part, I'm like, my heart is open. My heart is open. And it just happened that, like, a Siri just snatched it. He snatched me off the market, y'all.
I love that. So it's just a beautiful thing to see. And you being such a busy woman, being a boss, being a beautiful
Hmm.
your wife first. How do you balance that? How do you balance being a boss and being a wife at home and making sure you're catering to his needs? Like just talk a little bit about that.
Okay, so balance, I think, it's all about equity, not equality, right? So we're working women. So I might not be able to spend 8 hours a day with my man, which, that would be nice, but that's not my reality. Some people do, but that's not my reality. So what I do to balance is just making sure that the time that I spend with my man is quality time. It's
Mm,
either we're out and going on an adventure, going trying new restaurants, going and like doing something together, or we keeping it spicy in the house. And so for me, it's really like it may only be an hour or two at night that I spend with my man during the week, and we dedicate a Saturday or a Sunday. To be honest, Saturdays are cleaning days, so it's more like Sundays where we're out there either hiking or going on to out to eat or on a bike ride or on a walk. And then most recently, I can't front like we've been doing it forever, but most recently, we started getting up at 5 a.m. and going on a walk, like a 2 mile walk before I go to work, because that time I realized I was like, I could sacrifice about 30, 40 minutes of sleep to get some extra time in with my man. And it's been really beautiful. And also too, I'm trying to slim down. I'm trying to keep my girly figure. So it was a way for us to connect, but also a way for him to support me in my journey.
I love it.
So
I love that.
just really getting creative on how you balance that time.
I, I think it's so beautiful, and I think it's so amazing. Hey, Veronica, I'm gonna actually show what she just wrote. She said, "I love my king. He supports my vision and how I move. I wish that for everyone. So I get it. Come on, Veronica.
Girl, you better. Cause
Veronica, and
that's
I
the thing.
love them as a couple. They're so beautiful. So I love when a man supports their woman. There's nothing more sexier, man, about that. There's nothing more sexy
Yeah.
than supporting your woman and let your woman do her thing and shine. And it's nothing like it. It's
Yes.
nothing like it. So what when you have challenges, how do you deal with challenges within a marriage in a union? Like I know.
Okay. So that one, it kind of leads into another question that you had asked, off camera, about the what does a marriage need to be healthy and happy? And I think that the same way how I deal with challenges is the same thing. So, I think the first part is making sure that we are leading with love.
Mm,
And like the way you do that is like, am I in tune with my emotions and his emotions? Like, stepping back and recognizing that like sometimes our actions and our intentions are not always aligned. And so knowing your partner and knowing that it was it their intention to hurt you? Was it their intention to like cause confusion? Because if it wasn't their intention, then we can step back and try and problem solve. But a part of that problem solving is taking time. Just because we talked about it doesn't mean it's healed.
Mm.
And so realizing that you got to give time and space for you to heal, for him to heal, and then also just for us to grow because you got to put your money where your mouth is. Like we talk about something and we said this is the solution that we both came up with, the compromise or the boundary. Um, we have to give time to demonstrate that we're practicing what we preach. So I
Right.
think the biggest thing is leading with love, having like transparent communication, being in tune with your emotions, and then giving time. That's how I would say we best handle our conflict.
I
And
love that.
trust me, my husband's a Sag and I'm a Libra. So our confrontation styles are not the same,
Yeah.
but we work at it. We work at it. It's an everyday thing.
I love you saying that too, like just working at it. And I feel like and I've said this before, and I don't have a problem saying I feel like in my past marriage, I probably could have worked a little bit harder, but I was young and like I said, we still cool or whatever. But I could have worked a little bit. I think I could have worked a little bit harder, but that's okay. It's preparing me for my next king, and I know I'm going in now as the best version of myself. Ain't nobody had this version. Like even this work.
Look, like Nikki said, that was the old body. This the new body.
But let me ask you this, because this happened in my marriage as well.
Hmm.
Think relationships can recover and heal from infidelity. My ex, he was back and forth in Africa, so he was doing like he did a couple of things or whatever. So do you think relationships can recover from that or heal from like infidelity? What is your thoughts on that?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what my thoughts are, and then I'm gonna tell you what my colleague told me. So my thoughts are 100%. You can heal if both parties want to heal. And both parties are transparent on what they want and what the new commitment or the new boundary is going to be.
Mm.
Because I think some people step out and cheat for various reasons. Some just don't know how to have impulse control and
Mhm.
they're too afraid or too ashamed to admit that. And so it goes and goes and goes until, there's then it's found out, right? You can't hide it no more.
Mhm.
Um, but I think in general, as long as both parties are willing to work at it and be transparent about how they feel, also, you have to genuinely try to forgive. If and forgiveness is not a one-time thing, it's a daily thing. Sometimes you will feel triggered and you'll be like, "Oh shoot, it's coming back up. It's
Mhm.
coming back up for me. It's coming back up." So being able to be mindful of that like this is a everlasting like work that I'm gonna do. And then on top of that, um, knowing that if you really want something, you have to build that trust back. You have to wholeheartedly forgive. Because if you don't wholeheartedly forgive, it's never gonna work. That's what I'm gonna tell you. That forgiveness is key. But forgiveness doesn't just happen overnight and it doesn't happen because of one conversation. It's like when it comes up for you, you process why that was triggering and then you commit to yourself like this is a standard that I will or will not put up with. And if you're not going to put up with it, like I respect it. Some people can't stay. That's where they draw the line. Other people like are able to work through it. I'm gonna let you know that like when this is what my colleague told me because he's in a marriage and family therapist. He said when the man cheats, about 80% of couples that want to heal and get better will. when the woman cheats, unfortunately, our kings have a little more work to do. Um, it's like about 5 to 10% will be able to work through it. So just be mindful that our kings have a little more work. They're a little more sensitive. So it's something to take into consideration.
I don't know if it's an ego thing, but a man. No, I told one of my girlfriends that I was just like, girl, it doesn't like they can't imagine or in like if they vision you with somebody else, like it's too much. Like it's too much. Like they
Mm.
can't do it. Like we women are stronger, and we just I don't know. I don't know if it's our nurturing side or we're more
Mhm.
finicky, but men can't handle it. A woman can do it all day. I mean, a man can cheat, and women continue to stay with them and forgive them. But if the woman did it, child, they like
Yeah, I agree. But some men, they can work through it. I think it's really just about if you want to. If you want to, and you can open your heart and heal from it. And like I said, it's really like those boundaries, those new commitments, the compromise and the honesty. Because sometimes they stepping out and it's a simple fix. It's a simple fix. It's a simple fix of this is what I need from you. This is my love language. I would like you to show up for me in this way. And
yeah.
then other times it's like, oh no, you need to go to therapy, baby. Like that's not a me thing. That's a you thing.
Speaking of therapy, how important is therapy for people? And I know it's like a stigma in the culture, the
In our
black.
community.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's your take on that?
Oh, well, as a, a licensed clinical social worker and a primary therapist myself and a transformational healer, I am 100% behind therapy. I believe that it works. It's worked for me. Um, in general, being able, thank you, girl. Yes. Um, being able to let go of those like that negative thinking, those negative core beliefs. Like for so long I walked around feeling unlovable, powerless, incapable, and this was with like degrees, this is with all kinds of things, and I just couldn't shake it. But through therapy, and this is kind of like I practice what I preach. Cognitive behavioral therapy is what I do, and that's what's worked for me. Being able to truly let go of those negative core beliefs and embrace the power that I have, and really know that like I am capable because I find a way or I make a way, right?
Come on, find a way to make a way.
Yes. Look, and look, I'm lovable because I have love, I give love, and I know how to receive love. Okay. So it's just really, I would say therapy is beneficial for everybody. Even if you feel like, oh, I'm doing good, I'm like, to be honest, therapy will take your life to the next level,
No,
leveling up. And if you're not quite ready for the therapy thing, I would recommend like life coaching or transformational healing type journeys, because I do have some friends that are like, oh, I don't really need a therapist, but I'm down for a life coach. I'm gonna let you know the life coaches, the only difference between my life coaching and my therapy is I'm gonna tell you to get your ass up and do it. In therapy, I can't say that. I say it with a little more love, a
yeah,
little gentler.
yeah,
Um, yeah, because look, action action is literally the antidote for most things. And so for so many of us, we're afraid to take action.
yeah. I know therapy has been a life saver for me. It
Yeah.
has changed my entire life. Like it. I can't even explain it because I used to be one of those too that was very unsure about therapy. You know, growing up in the church, it's like the church was the therapy, and
Mhm.
it. But as I got older and once I started going through certain things, I'm just like, let me go where if God didn't bless these people with the expertise, I need to go where the experts are, not just somebody just up here just talking. So the therapy really helped me in so many ways. Like that's
Mhm.
cannot wait to get to my next situation because it's gonna be way better. And
Yes.
just talking about because I was an unhealed, broken person in the marriage.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
recognize that. I take accountability for that. I've
Mhm.
been even in the right space to be a wife. Um, so saying all that to say, do you think like broken people and unhealed people can be in a relationship?
I so I'd say my answer would be yes, they can be in a relationship. Do I recommend it? No.
Okay.
Um, but I do think you can be in a relationship. So, like, if you're already in a marriage or you're already in a long-term committed relationship, you can be in that relationship, but you definitely have to take some time to heal. And that means going to therapy, that means hitting the gym, that means changing your self-care routine, that means doing some hard reflections on who you are and how you got to be this person, and is this person serving you? Because so often we think like, oh, that's just a part of my personality. No, that's how you've chosen to adapt to this space, right? So we have these things called trauma responses, defense mechanisms, and those all build because of the environment that we grew up in, right?
Mhm.
But um I'm gonna let you know I am 30 and thriving. I'm headed into 31 come September 30th. Yes, yes. And I don't get to use the excuse that little 12-year-old Ariel was struggling with anxiety. So that's why I'm popping off at you. No, 30-year-old Ariel has to answer for 30-year-old Ariel's actions. And
Yeah.
so it is so important because when we are triggered or when we're upset or when we have conflict or when we're in a relationship, if some part of us is not healed and they strike that wound, we revert back to old behaviors. We revert back. So I might be 30-year-old Ariel in a conversation, but if you strike my wound, it's gonna be 12-year-old Ariel showing up petty. All
Mhm.
right. Not listening. And so that's the importance of healing because when I healed, I was able to show up as the grown woman version of me. When I'm healed, I don't have to like revert back to any of these negative behaviors or these like petty ways of viewing the world. I'm able to see my husband, I'm able to see myself in a more empathetic and compassionate way. And so I think, yes, you can be in a relationship broken, but you shouldn't stay in a relationship broken.
Mhm.
And that means either y'all both work on each other or you
That's
take some time away.
that's what I was about to say. So if both parties are like, we know we broken and we know we want to work together, you're saying that that's fine.
I think that it's fine if you are both committed and both working on it. But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean like, oh, we do couples counseling. No, I think that means you do individual therapy and you take what you learned into the couple. Because so many people are like, oh, I want to do couples counseling. Yes, you should. I 100% recommend it. But if you are broken all on your own, or hurt all on your own, you got some healing you have to do. Because, like I said at the beginning, you got to be a fully baked cake to come, because somebody should be icing to your cake. They're not like your better half or adding anything to it. Like, I don't know if you've ever had a slice of cake fresh out the oven, it doesn't have no icing on it. It still tastes good, it's still a finished product. But
Hmm.
the icing makes it better. And that's what your partner should be. Your partner should be the icing to your cake, not an ingredient in it.
Right. And I feel like so many people go into relationships make trying to have them make them whole.
I
I,
agree.
I was a situation. I was in a situation when I was younger. That's why I used to
Mhm.
always date older guys because I felt like I was going into these relationships trying to grab something for them to make me feel better. So you
Mhm.
go into the relationship either. That's why I wanted to speak on that about two broken people being like that. If they it could work possibly, but I do know you cannot go into a relationship looking for somebody to make you whole. That's
That
impossible.
part.
It's
Mhm.
not possible. It's not
I
possible.
agree.
So speaking on relationships too, I just want to know your perspective on this. I probably already know your answer though. But what do you feel about, because this is all over the internet, it's all on every podcast, everybody talking about it, everybody speaking on it. What do you think about this whole 50-50 thing and versus traditional ways of what Mud did and grandpa and all them used to do? Like how do you feel about that?
Um, I'm not a fan of 50-50. That's just me. I will never go 50-50 with my man. Because I just think that as a woman, like if you're going to be married, I think you're signing up to say like you want to provide for me and my family, right? And so for me, I'm like, I think that means a roof over my head. I think that also means like a major contribution. So for me, I would say in reality, I think it should all it be anywhere from like a 60-40, and that's being like, oh, you being nice, to like a 30-70. Um, and it's like it just really depends. And so for me, I'd say I don't mean I think it is really like 70% of the bills, 70% of what we got going on. And of
Mhm.
course, I'm not naive or ridiculous or outlandish. So I will definitely say sometimes, like right now, my husband is in med school, and sometimes I have to hold it down for us. And I have a good career to where I can do that. But, he came from a household where his father was the sole provider,
Mhm.
and his mom was well, she's very highly educated. She has a master's degree in social work, just like myself, and she was working. And eventually they got to a place where they both decided that she should stay home, and she's been home ever since. So I think it really just depends. So he grew up in a traditional household. So what we got going on, he doesn't have a problem with the way that I think. And I make the joke, I'm like, I'm ready to be retired by 45. So I got a good 15 years left in me. So if you need some transformational healing or some life coaching, you better come while
Come
the oven
on.
is hot, because
Oh,
I'm
the
gonna
oven
be
is hot.
retired by 45.
I love it. I love it. And I already know you are going to be retired by 40. You're probably going to be retired by 40, child. You just need a hot 10.
Look,
Be
from
good.
your lips to God's ears.
Oh, you're going to be retired definitely by 40. Just everything that I know about you, your hard work and just incredible. You that.
Look, it takes one to know one.
Yeah.
So, and that's one thing y'all don't know, but I met this beautiful woman at one of the conferences that we went to just recently, and just I'm not even kidding with you. We stepped into the elevator together, and her aura, I was like, oh, you going where I'm going, because I could tell that you got the power, you got the purpose, you got the motivation, you got the drive. And ever since then, we've been locked in. So y'all clocked in with Lynn, I'm locked in with Lynn. Okay.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And we have like accountability group where we talk, we touch base on a weekly basis, which I recommend that for everybody.
Yes.
Make sure you have like some type of tribe, some type of group to help you stay on
Yes.
top, because we all fall off. We all go through we have those moments. So I recommend that for everyone, because the women that I know now and the women that I'm surrounding myself with, they're all in a space where everybody's supportive and
Mhm.
just a loving. It's an incredible space to be in, and I really appreciate you. And girl, I already know, child. I already know what, girl, you finna do it. You about to do it, and I can't wait to be a part of it, because I've
Yes,
been here. So yeah,
yes, yes. And you talked about our accountability group. I would be remiss if I don't shout out Miss Jocelyn King, because she's a
yes,
popping part of
Jocelyn
our
King,
accountability
honey.
group. So we send love to you, Miss
Yes,
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn King. We love us some Jocelyn King, honey.
Yes.
She is
So
all of
if
that
you
and a
don't know, y'all
bag.
need to Google her, because she
Y'all,
popping.
yes, yes. So I appreciate you so much. Is there anything that you have coming up that you want to let the people know about, or shout out
Yes.
your platforms? Y'all need to know all
Yes.
your.
So, um, I am going to be launching in January. I know it's far away, so y'all bear with me. But I'm launching Limitless Love and Light, and my book should be coming out come the new year, The Feeling of Healing. And I want y'all to follow my page. It's Feeling of Healing on Instagram, so look for it. Feeling of Healing. on Instagram, and I will be more active and committed to making that page. I just revamped it, so it's bare, baby. It's bare. You're gonna go there and you're gonna see only a few pictures, but it's because we're going in a new direction. This is a year of power and purpose for me, and so life has never been better, and so I'm looking to lean into it. I'm leaning in, like I can't say it enough. I feel blessed and highly favored and truly honored to be a part of like the journeys that I've been a part of. And I just can't wait to see how this journey in my life folds. And so like I said, I just want to say I appreciate all of you. It's been an honor and a privilege to tap in with you, Lynn. My biggest thing is I want you guys to remember to always live with love, live with light, and remember that you are beautiful and blessed. And so don't ever let anybody change those feelings, and know that like your worthiness is automatic. Nobody can take that away from you. You are worthy, you are powerful, you are lovable. And if you're looking for a tribe, you're looking for a community that's going to uplift you, come kick it with me at the Feeling of Healing. So Feeling of Healing on IG. And we're going to get it cracking. As of September 1st, we're going to be doing a 30-day self-love challenge. I'm going to be doing some prompts on there, but as well as tapping in with my own self-care, because September 30th is my 31st birthday, and I want to go into this year with some momentum. And it's never too late to get started. So if you jump in September 15th, jump in September 15th. But we will be starting September 1st on IG, Feeling of Healing.
I love it. I can't wait. I'll be there. I can't wait. It's going to be exciting. You are so dope. You're so dope.
Thank you.
I appreciate you for being here and sharing your expertise and all of your great, great, great advice. I love you to death, girl. And I cannot wait to see what else you got going on, to be a part of it. You know, I'm going to have you back on the show.
Yes.
Yes, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. And, you know, life is good, you know?
Yes.
So thank you so much. Thank you for being on Clocking with Lynn. And I love you, love you, love you. And I will see you soon, honey bun.
Yes, yes. I'll see you on Tuesday.
See you on Tuesday. Bye, honey. Thank
Bye.
you. I told y'all it was going to be phenomenal. Like, Ariel, she's so dope, y'all. She's so incredible. Beautiful in brains. Like beauty and brains, you know. I said that once before, but she's adorable. And thank you guys for being here on Clocking with Lynn. Thanks for all the comments I see in the comment section. Yeah, I see the comments. So y'all, thank you so much. I appreciate everyone. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel, Clocking with Lynn. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the shares. Thanks for just being here. Thank you, everybody. My heart is full, y'all, because anyone that knows me know why I'm doing this. I'm doing it for us. And it is just a blessing to be able to do it and have such amazing guests on. And it's just a good feeling. It's the feeling of healing, honey. So thank you again. I appreciate y'all. Do not forget to go and subscribe to my channel, Clock In with Lynn on YouTube. I need y'all support, honey. That's my black job, honey. So please support, please share, please like. It's just a click, y'all. I ain't asking y'all for y'all first child. It's just a click. So just click on there, and I love y'all. And I hope everyone stays safe. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. And God is good. Bye, y'all. Welcome to Clock In with Lynn.